Thank you, Presiding Officer. And let me just start by absolutely endorsing the remarks of Lewis MacDonald about the excellent work that's done by Friends of Anchor and Clan and other charities in the northeast of Scotland. And of course, thanking Monica Lennon for the opportunity to discuss this important subject. I had a quick look at my previous speeches, and I find I've made 4 speeches that I can find on breast cancer, lung cancer, skin cancer, and most recently in 2018 on young people's cancers. So there is a wide variety of cancers, and we're all aware of that. And of course, the number of cancers that we're diagnosing, by 2027, we're looking at perhaps as many as 40,000 a year. 110 people diagnosed with cancer every single day. And indeed, both my parents died of cancer some considerable time ago, one of breast cancer, one of prostate cancer. But nonetheless, mortality rates have gone down by 12% and in males and 7% in females over the last 10 years. So we are making progress. As we increase our diagnostic capability, we are improving our treatment capability and outcomes. The lowest survival rates in lung cancer, non-small cell lung cancer, smoking being a cause of many of that causes, and of course, overweight is a significant cause of cancer. I sit on the very edge of the proper normal range of BMI, occasionally dodging out of it, then struggling to come back in it. But too many in our community, for all sorts of reasons, and particularly in areas of socio and economic disadvantage, are suffering from problems of overweight, greater consumption of tobacco, and a wide range of risk factors that we certainly have to address, and others in the debate have made reference to that. Deprived communities, part of the inequalities that we have to tackle. Now, cancer research are telling us, and it's a very exact figure, 41.5% of cancers are potentially preventable. And I think one of the things that is helpful beyond prevention that we've got to undertake, getting smoking under control, getting obesity under control, getting our consumption of alcohol under control, is early detection. Now, I'm in that age group of people who gets an annual postal thing to allow me to test for blood in my stool, which is a primary indication of potential bowel cancer. And I very much welcome the fact that when I first entered that, it was 5 samples one had to take, then it was 3, we're now down to 1, because it's not a process that is highly engaging and exciting. And the more we can deconstruct barriers to people actually doing that test. For me, it's particularly important because I have another condition that tends to give false positives. And Grampian NHS have been extremely good in this follow-up, showing that it was a false positive. And I have far too intimate knowledge with one of their cameras looking at my innards. I hope they continue to give me support as when it may be necessary in future. And most recently, they offered me an appointment on a Sunday, which I thought was superb because it just didn't interfere with other things. And I think that shows some of the innovative approaches that are being taken. Now, the Scottish Government's Detect Early Cancer programme has been running for a number of years. It's a major contributor to detecting early signs of cancer. I hope that it continues to do so, and I hope that we all manage to avoid cancer, or if we get it, that we get the treatment we need. I'm sure we shall.